Hi everybody, Steve Harvill with Creative Ventures and welcome to this month's edition in our Over Coffee video series. For this one, we're going to move over to the sketching table. All right, today I want to talk a little bit about the development of a product, in particular, a new product that we developed internally at Creative Ventures. So from a storyboard aspect, we did a really simple part of it. We knew it was a new idea. We wanted to create a custom notebook for the Once Upon a Time project, which is our strategy around story. We knew we had some key factors in creating a customized notebook that we wanted. Our goal was that it was a tool for every participant. So we had to decide on size and paper and binding and graphics and cost. We moved all of those projects over using Post-it notes to take a look at everything. So size was our first issue. We were trying to figure out how big it should be. We knew that the 8x6, which is this size, was a little small. We looked at bindings. This was a glue binding. We knew that we wanted to use kind of a wire binding so that you could write on both sides equally. There was no restrictions on sketching and drawing, and we'd already created some custom ones for other workshops we'd done. This is one of the prototypes that we did early on. This was another prototype with a bound binding to it. It didn't work very well. Size-wise, these were a little too small, so we went big, 12 by 9, way too large for what we wanted to do. So we were searching for the right size. One of the projects we had done for a client from Morgan Stanley was this size notebook, and it was really successful for us. So as we started to develop it, and Colin was working on building the prototype for our final product, this was the size we went with. So as we went through each aspect, we graphically brought it across so that we knew what we were doing. One of the other elements was the paper. We wanted it to take pencil and pen equally, so that the paper didn't bleed through to the other side, so we needed a special paper for it. Second, one of the last things we wanted is a graphic interface. At the beginning, we wanted to create the ability for someone who didn't attend the workshop to still use the notebook as a tool for building story. So we wanted a graphic interface, maybe the first 5 to 7 pages of it. And lastly, of course, is we had to do it at a reasonable cost. So after working on it for a long time and Colin's amazing design work, this became the new Creative Ventures Once Upon a Time notebook. It opens, it's got a wire binding to it so that you can write on both sides. The first part of it takes you through every aspect of what our workshop is. Takes you through it in a graphic element, shows you each aspect of it as you move through it, shows you how to sketch, and then the back part are the blank pages that you use to develop your own story. The paper's fantastic. It'll take ink without bleeding. It'll take pencil and eraser marks don't show up on it if you have a change of mind in the way you're going. So when you're creating a product, the key element is this idea that you can create prototypes around it before you go to the product. That secondly, that you really know what your goal is. And our goal was to create a tool here. We had these key factors, we drew them up, we moved them over so that we knew what they were. We went through each one in the design process. And we are so excited about the introduction of the Once Upon a Time notebook. These will be available for purchase on the website, and they're also a mandatory part of any client that engages in this so that each participant gets it. The idea of creating a product was different for us from an internal standpoint. We've done it for clients before, but this is one of our first ones. And I got to tell you, I can't tell you how much Colin and his team, how much work they did to create it. So that's our process using storyboarding, Post-it notes, and prototypes to create a product. We look forward to seeing you next time on Over Coffee.